All right, pretty exciting. I am headed out right now to go pick up our new air compressor for the garage. I actually ordered this thing 3-4 days ago, but I have to pick it up in Owatonna, which is where I meet Gavin and his mom to pick up Gavin for the weekend. So I decided, with the idea of saving gas in mind, I'd just wait till today and do both. This is gonna be awesome. First we need to go grab some gas. All right, we are heading to Lowe's. We need to stop and pick up Gav first at the meeting spot, and then we'll head over there. All right, I got Gav. Now it's time to head to Lowe's and grab our new air compressor.
And there's a sign that says, don't throw in pennies because it could kill the koi fish. But then you look inside and there's a bunch of pennies in the pond. So Lois. How is it not Lois? Is it Lois and Lewis? No, Lois and Lois spelled the same. Lois.
All right, so well, we got here to Lowe's. We got the hose, but apparently the air compressor is still in transit or something, even though I got an email saying that it was ready to pick up. I guess that was just because the hose part was ready to pick up or whatever. But anyway, they have extra ones in stock, but I would have to buy that one and then wait for the gift card that I used for the air compressor to be mailed out. And I said, can't we just put that towards this? And he said, no, I don't know what's going on. But anyways, the app says that the compressor will be here tomorrow, so I guess we'll just have to swing by and grab it tomorrow if it comes in, or I have no idea. Not the best start for my first Lowe's experience, but if the compressor works and everything's good, then it's a bit disappointing not being able to get it today. So I guess we're gonna head back to Albert Lee and pick this video up whenever we can.
3 days later.
All right, let's try this again. It's now Monday and we're heading to Lowe's again to get an air compressor. All right, well, we finally got our air compressor, so it's time to head back home, get her set up, and see how she works. I don't know what it is about air compressors, but every guy wants one. I was loading this up, and a guy came out of the store and he was like, buy yourself a new toy? And I was like, oh yeah. He goes, that a boy. And then I stopped at the gas station to grab a drink for the drive home, and a couple of guys that had walked past the truck were just staring at it. Air compressor. I don't know why. Even if you don't have a strong need for an air compressor, guys just want one. Everybody needs an air compressor in the garage. All right, so we got the air compressor home all right. We just have to see if we can get it unloaded. It's like 130 some pounds, so I think I can manhandle it out of the truck by myself. Only one way to find out. right, so here she is, the Cobalt Quiet Tech 26-gallon air compressor. I think this is sort of a budget option air compressor. It's a little bit more affordable than a lot of the other air compressors out there, but hey, if it works and it does the job, then I'm not complaining at all. So let's go ahead and get this thing opened up, kind of check it out, look it over, get it into position, and get her aired up and see how it goes. I'm gonna go ahead and drop a link for this thing down in the description so you can see the bundle that I got. It came with the compressor and a hose in a bundle. I think after tax and everything, it was like 456 bucks. So like I said, pretty budget for a big air compressor like this. We're gonna get it into position, plug it in, let it air up, and see how it goes. So I think this is going to be a pretty good place for it. It's kind of out of the way. I might have to move it closer to the cupboard so people don't trip over the wheel, but there's really no outlets in this garage yet, just a couple over here. So it doesn't really matter where I put it. I have to run extension cord or some sort of power to it. So there you go. This is the hose we got with it. Don't cut the hose. It would be easy to do because the knife blade on this Leatherman arc is very sharp. That is a good blade. I'm really loving the Leatherman arc. I wanted to get a hose reel, but it wasn't in the budget this go around here. Just realized one thing I didn't get was the quick connectors. So don't forget to grab your couplers. You'll need a male and a female. All right, so there's actually a hose hanger on here, so that's gonna have to be good enough for now. All right, let's turn around and see how it goes. All right, so she's airing up right now, and it is pretty quiet and relatively compared to most air compressors. That's really not too bad at all. All right, well, she just automatically shut off at just over 150 PSI, so that tells me that that all seems to be working well. I went with a 50-foot hose, which is perfect because I can get anywhere in this garage if I need to air up tires on the girlfriend's car or the truck or the motorcycle. I can get pretty much anywhere. I'm sure I can get outside if I need to. It's about 80 PSI. Pull the trigger on the blowgun. It drops down to about 60 PSI. Might as well check the tire pressure on the bike. So that's pretty perfect. So this is pretty good. I think for a budget model or a moderately priced air compressor, as long as it keeps functioning and performing well, we should be good. There's not going to be a lot of heavy use here at this garage. My main use I can see is like airing up tires and doing brake bleeds on the Harley and things like that. But now that I've got it, maybe I'll find more uses. I do have a couple other air tools, air chisel and things like that. And I could see maybe getting an impact or something down the road. I think for the price, for what it is, this is going to be awesome. I'm so glad to finally have an air compressor in the garage. It's a bit of a game changer, just makes things easier. I know like when I did the handlebars and stuff on my Harley, I had to borrow an air compressor from a buddy of mine so I could do the brake bleeds and all that. Now I don't need to worry about having to borrow an air compressor because I've got one right here in the garage ready to go whenever I need it. And even if you leave it completely drained, it takes like 3 or 4 minutes to fill up completely, so that's awesome. The thing seems to work and function really well, and it's not super loud, which is awesome. It's got that quiet technology. I don't know what that is or how they do it or whatever, but it seems to work. It's not super loud and obnoxious, which I do like. So there you go. Let me know what you think about the Cobalt Quiet Tech 26-gallon air compressor. I think for me it's going to be pretty good. Hopefully eventually I can get a hose reel that'll keep things a little tidier. This one already, it's not supposed to kink up and stuff, but so far it's given me some headaches. So hopefully I figure that out, or yeah, if I can get a hose reel, that would be awesome. I would definitely like to do that, but it just wasn't in the budget for right now, and you got to do what you got to do. You know, get what you get and you don't throw a fit. Very happy to have an air compressor, so I can't complain too much about not getting a hose reel at the same time. If we have any problems with it, it's got a 3-year warranty, so I think that's pretty good for what it is. And hopefully if we need to replace it after that, we'll have the budget to upgrade or whatever we find necessary at that time. If you guys want any updates on this down the road, let me know down in the questions below. I can do another video in a year or so and kind of update everybody. Huge thanks to Lowe's for helping me out on this and working with me for the channel for a video review. That was really awesome. I totally appreciate that, Lowe's. Aside from the little customer service blunder on Friday, it is what it is. Part of it was my fault because I didn't read the whole notice. I just saw my items were ready to pick up, so I went and tried to pick them up. I think customer service could have handled things way better than they did. They had one in stock. They could have just exchanged it out for me. I don't understand why there was an issue with, well, since you bought it with a gift card, you're gonna have to buy this one and then return the other one, and then you'll get another gift card in the mail so you can spend another $500 at Lowe's. You should have just been able to exchange it. I just don't get it, but it is what it is. It's over now. We've got the compressor here. It works good, it looks good, and hopefully we'll be able to use it for years to come. Stay safe out there as always, have a good one, and I will catch you in the next video. Cheers.